In this episode, we metal detect the location of a toll house on the Northwestern Turnpike, which was the brainchild of President George Washington, who sought to open up a road west to the Ohio River and wholly be in Virginia. However, it wasn't until 1827 that the Virginia Assembly chartered the road to connect Winchester, Virginia in the Shenandoah Valley to Parkersburg, which was situated on the Ohio River. The turnpike followed a general path of the B&O Railroad, which played a substantial role in the establishment of West Virginia as a secessionist state during the Civil War. Colonel Claudius Crozet, who had been a French commander under Napoleon Bonaparte, was commissioned to survey the route. Even though Virginia funded the road, approximately 8 miles traversed portions of Maryland. The road connected the most populated portions of the counties it passed through, so the tolls could make it financially profitable. The last section was finished to Parkersburg in 1838. The road was immediately successful, with toll collections adequate, allowing the early macadamizing of much of the route. As early as 1841, Nathaniel Kuykendall, who was the former superintendent of the eastern section, operated a stagecoach and mail delivery service along the route. The Civil War caused a great deal of damage to the road, with the destruction of bridges and towns along the way. The newly established state of West Virginia was slow to assume responsibility, and by the end of the war, the road was nearly impassable. It finally became part of the U.S. highway system and renamed Route 50. It is unclear when tolls were no longer collected and where the stations were located, but one place shows up on an 1800s map and the location of our investigation to find anything associated with it. Stay tuned. We're on site, and we are looking for the remnants and the foundation of an old toll house. Right behind you here is the old Northwestern Turnpike, and the toll house stood right in here somewhere. And the landowner says there actually was a foundation, and part of it stood here back in the day, and a big old flood took it out. So we're going to go in here. We're going to detect this area here. It's not that big. Actually, it's pretty small. So I'm going to detect this area here, and then we're going to go up into his yard. Now his yard was the site of an old blacksmith, and it's on maps. It's old, and he dug a number of these up. He wanted me to have this and show it to you all. And so we're going to go up into his yard too. His house is an old log house built in the 1700s, but it wasn't built there originally. It was moved there. So I don't think the artifacts around that house are going to be old, but the blacksmith shop is old. So that tells me that there could be something else in that area. This here in front of you is the old Pioneer Road. This road here was put in here in the 1700s. This predates the Northwestern Turnpike, and this goes up to an old French and Indian fort. I have permission to that site, and I got some videos coming up on that as well. I'm glad you're here with me. I hope we find some neat things. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I got a good target here. It's round, looks like a button, and I'm right on the old Pioneer Road here, and I have been finding nothing but trash, so that's why I got my fingers crossed. Let's take a look. Okay, so it read a 19 to 20 on my Equinox. I thought it might be a a button, but it actually could be a coin. You know, I think it's a coin. Yeah, it is a zinc Lincoln cent. Well, we're looking for coins, but 200 years older than that. I was so excited. All right, let's keep going. I'm on the old path here. Still here near where I think the toll house stood. And we're walking up to the old blacksmith shop. I had a good hit. I'll let you listen to it. And I see it. And so we're gonna spend a little time right here. 16. Do you see it? Do you see it now? All right, let's take a look. I think it's gonna be a button. I think it's gonna be a cuff button. Yes, it is. Oh, that's awesome. It's an early cuff button, I would say. Probably pre-1820. So I'm gonna pocket that. I'll go a little slow through here. See if we can't find more of these or some old coins. All right, I have a solid 19 in this pile of dirt right here. Deep hole. I found the cuff button right over there. And I'm hoping that this one is another button. Well, oh, okay. This is a piece of shot lead. And it could be Civil War. I believe that's Civil War right there. You can see how the back is round right there. And the North and the South troops came right down through here. Thousands of them. And this is the only crossing point right here. And this is where the toll booth actually stood in the 1840s. And so all the soldiers would have gone right through here. So that's a good artifact. That's a good find. All right, let's keep going. All right, you guys, I popped the plug and pulled it out, and I found the bullet right over here, right here below you. And as I dug it out, I could see the end of it. And I think this is really cool. Look at that. Look at that. You know, I think I'm back into the Civil War period here. And I was hoping to find Civil War stuff in here. That's why I wanted to come here. You know, with that toll road, there could be coins and horse tack, but there could also be Civil War artifacts in here. Now, I can't tell you that that's a Civil War artifact, but I found that old button, and I found that bullet, that lead bullet, and this, and all three of them are within 3 feet of each other. And that's a good sign. Just found that. I don't think that's from the Civil War. I think that's a pipe. Marijuana pipe. It's amazing what you find out in just a small site like this. But I think that's a pipe. And I think that's marijuana pipe. What do you guys think? Very interesting. Can't wait to show that to the landowner. I just pulled this out of the ground. And I thought first, doorknob. I don't think it is. Look, it's old. I think this one on an iron pot. Maybe the top for a stove, cook stove. The rest of it is in here. And we're close to the blacksmith shop. So I'm gonna dig this out a little more. and see if I can't find the rest of that piece that I just found. All right, I found the rest of it, and I am no closer to a solution as to what it is. Is it old? I don't know. All right, I'll bag it, show it to the owner. We'll keep going. All right, I just found this doodad. I don't know if it's old or not. I don't know what it is. Could be old. It actually has that tomback look to it right there. All right, I'm gonna clean that up. We'll take a look at it. All right, you guys, welcome back. I'm gonna call it the day. I wasn't here that long. I didn't have a lot of time here because the site is very, very small, very small. I did find some good stuff, found some cool things, not a lot, found some cool things. Here's the trash. There's the horseshoe that the owner gave me. Okay, so what did I find? I found two pennies a dime. I found a flat button. I found what I think is a Civil War bullet. I found an escutcheon plate. My find of the day is this weed pipe spoon bowl. I think this might be from a bell. Not real sure. Not real sure. A little kitty gun. And that. All right, you guys, thanks for tagging along. Until we see you again on the next episode, take care.